Alrighty. Well, good morning, everyone. So, today I wanted to talk about the importance of reading books and watching seminars and just being in contact with people that build you up over time. You know the old saying, your network is your net worth? Well, it's kind of true. Who you spend time with, what you spend time doing, becomes who you are. And I know reading is not that popular, but if you really look at what reading books is, then we can become to understand the vital importance of this skill, of doing this activity. See, it's very difficult to go and spend time with an extremely famous person, an extremely successful person, but it's very easy to buy their book and read it. And what is a book? It's a very condensed version of their life story. And it has their aura as an individual. And when you read their books and watch their seminars, whoever they are, then you are able to spend time with that individual and their residual aura can rub off on you. So you are building new neural pathways when you read people's books, when you watch their seminars, on how to solve problems, how to interact with people. And these things can greatly benefit you depending on the books you read and what kind of person you want to be and how you want to think. You see, the human brain is a learning machine. In school, they teach you go to school, get good grades, so you can go to college, get a scholarship, graduate from college, work a 9-to-5 job, and that's it. You work 40 years, and then you retire, and then you die. But when you read books, it can open up your mind to a larger amount of ideas. There are so many more paths than just the one conventional path. You can be an entrepreneur, you can be an investor. There are so many forms of entrepreneurs and investors. You don't just have to stay on the path that was given to you by society, by your parents, or whoever. I remember when I was sitting working as a CNA, and I was listening to the book The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss, and just listening to what he had to say, and it was just like a light bulb moment where I was just like, oh my god, like it all makes sense now. And like I can choose what I do in my life and how that affects me, and I don't have to just follow this system that was given to me, and I can actually go out and build my own system. And that was just extremely liberating to me. And this idea that I can go out and I can read books and I can learn and I can create from what I've learned. But it's not just books. You gotta understand that there are so many ways of acquiring information, whether it's talking to people, networking, reading books, watching seminars, going to events. There are so many ways of going out there and getting that information and making it a part of who you are and how you interact with the world. For me, when I was younger, I hated reading because I sucked at it. I couldn't read to save my life, and I would always mispronounce words, and I'd open a book and I could only read like 2 pages before I fell asleep. But it wasn't until I was introduced to audiobooks, and I was always ashamed of listening to audiobooks because I thought, man, like I'm so dumb because I can't read and I have to listen to audiobooks because only people who can't read listen to audiobooks. But that was just such a poor way of thinking, because whether you listen to it on an audiobook or if you watch it on a seminar or whatever, it's the same information. So No matter how you get the information, what's important is getting the information and integrating that into your life. Whatever you spend the most time doing, you become that. So if you want to move in a direction, whether it's going to college, starting a business, moving towards better health, losing weight, whatever it is, there are a multitude of books on almost every topic you can think of, and all you have to do is ask around or Google it, and you can go out and you can find these books, find these seminars, and you can watch them and increase your intelligence on the topic and move towards other people who are also doing these things, and build your own integrated community that can teach you what you need to know in order to improve yourself and improve your life and move past whatever situation you're in. I know sitting down to read can be difficult, so I would highly encourage you, if you find it really difficult to just sit down and read, to get an Audible membership or to get some sort of audiobook so you are able to listen and to educate yourself while doing other activities, such as driving or doing the laundry or whatever it is. If you are able to educate yourself while doing other tasks that aren't too mentally taxing, you can really make that time valuable. And you probably won't notice it at first, but for me, after every single book I read, my life improves because I've gained new skills, new ways of solving problems, and new ways of thinking that aren't just my own narrow-minded ways of thinking. So I can see life from other people's perspective, and you can have more empathy for other people, knowing that everyone sees life differently. And the ability to see life from other people's perspectives is just an amazing skill. Like, think of it. How much would you pay to get the life advice, someone's nearly their entire life advice condensed? All their experiences, all their downfalls, what they did to succeed in a few hours. Now think, that's about $20 on average. Someone's all their life experiences condensed into a small book, and you're getting it for about $20. It's crazy. Some of the most influential books from me that I would highly recommend: The Richest Man in Babylon. If you want more understanding of how to deal with finances, build wealth, and work towards a actually sustainable future. Second one would be the Tao Te Ching. This is for building inner peace and creating a mindset that supports inner peace and is not in conflict with everything all the time. I would also recommend the book Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink. This book talks about how you can't blame other people for your problems in your life. And the reason is, if you blame other people for your problems, you can't solve your problems. It takes away the power from you and it makes you a victim. And victims can't solve problems. Once you take the blame on yourself, you say, hey, whatever happened to me, that was my fault, then boom, you can be the one to change your situation.
Anyway, this is not financial, medical, or Aloha Spirit advice. Please talk to a professional before taking any of my information to heart or using it. Remember to dislike and unsub from the channel.
Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.